Hey, you.
Who? Me?
Yeah, you. Have you heard of La Fête Nationale?
No?
Oh. Well, now you have. Congratulations. Alright, so what is La Fête Nationale? Well, celebrated on the 14th of July, you can expect to see fireworks, parades, and patriotism dripping from every corner of the French streets. Now, I know what you may be thinking.
A July holiday with parades and fireworks and patriotism? Aren't you just talking about Independence Day?
No, not at all. This, my friend, is La Fête Nationale. Though it does share a lot of similarities. Of course, the previously mentioned, just with a French twist. One of such twists is certainly the food. I mean, when you think of the 4th of July, you think of hot dogs, hamburgers, perhaps cupcakes, and even alcoholic beverages. Though, for the French, they have a much lighter diet, including far more soft foods and breads. Common foods include crepes, gratin, and ratatouille. No, not the movie, but the food it's named after. But furthermore, it also celebrates a change towards democratization, the ideological founding of the civilization, and an important historical event. So, what is this historical event? Well, the name of the celebration, as given in English, happens to be Bastille Day, so it shouldn't be surprising that this event represents the storming of the Bastille in 1789. Caught in the middle of the French Revolution, the Bastille stood as a monolith of the monarchists' mismanagement. And so, when the king started pressuring the Parisian partisans, they decided to arm themselves. Surprisingly, or not so, the French troops didn't much care to shoot at their brothers and uncles and, well, pretty much any of their family and friends in the streets. And so the partisans gained entry to pretty much everywhere. And little battling or bloodshed was even spilt. Well, for the most part. Eventually, the French Revolution ended in the consolidation of the French Empire under Napoleon, one which would eventually span several continents. However, it would slip between bouts of monarchism and revolution quite frequently. Later in the 1870s, following the deposition of Napoleon III, who was in fact an emperor, the French looked for a way to strengthen their democratic ideals, to coalesce support in a manner of speaking. And so they decided to make official La Fête Nationale, a celebration of those ideals. But does this freedom and democratization extend past mainland France? Well, you wouldn't think so, considering the ongoing forceful integration of many African lands at this time. But this celebration, put on by the French government, was still celebrated despite the supposed hypocrisies. Or maybe it was because of them. But people in colonial French Algeria would use the celebrations to fuel their protests for reforms. And so, despite hypocrisy, the celebration still garnered meaning, even outside of mainland France. So,
What is La Fête Nationale?
you might say, well, it's a celebration of democracy and self-governance. But more than that, it's a celebration of the freedoms provided by it, and the striving towards more freedom. People aren't stagnant. They never will be. We fight for the betterment of our situations, and in a way, I think that's really what La Fête Nationale is really all about. Anyways, enjoy what life gives you. Enjoy what's in front, and all around you. Get out and celebrate.